IAC basketball matchup between the hometown Bullis Bulldogs and the St. John Paul the Great Catholic Wolves from Dumfries, Virginia. I'm Ilya Zhytomyrsky here by myself, and this is set to be an interesting matchup against one team, Bullis, that has started the season hot with a 9-4 record, facing off against the St. John Paul the Great team that has a 5-10 record with a 0-1 record in their region. Now the starting five for the visitors are Andrew Johnson, the junior small forward at 6'3", Brandon Edmond, number 30, the guard at 6'1", DJ Slaughter, the freshman guard, 6 foot, wearing number 10, and James Dugan, perhaps their biggest player, the senior, wearing number 32 at 6'7", and Tavion Britt, the senior guard, number 14, who's 6'4". And to counter them, Bullis will have Vado Morse, number 0, their leading point scorer, averaging 20.5 points per game, alongside of Rafi Baumgartner, the team man with the best assist-to-turnovers ratio of 2.76, 47 assists to 17 turnovers, alongside of Lincoln Uter, the team's second-best scorer, 12.2 points per game. He also has made 1/3 of his three-point attempts, 12 of 36, 84.6 on the free throws. And in terms of the two-point shots, he's averaging 45.2%, 19 of 42. All right.
Better off if you don't use this than if you do.
Okay. Okay. Do you want to use it? Well, it's okay to move because it just falls off.
I'm going to put it back.
Yeah. I've got my own. And Thomas Baltimore, the team's leading block getter and rebound man. Shire Walker, also going forward. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so closely we hailed at the twilight last gleaming through the stars and the stars, through the perilous night? Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket had gone, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, the hope of love. And now that the national anthem has been concluded, we are now ready to get underway for the tip-off in this basketball matchup. With your Bullis Bulldogs going from left to right in the first half, faced by the St. John Paul the Great Wolves going in the opposite direction from right to left. This should be an interesting matchup as the Wolves look to come off a 3-game losing streak, as the Bulldogs look to continue a 3-game winning streak of their own. Let's see which team can take advantage of this opportunity tonight. All 3 officials are on the floor. All players are in the game. And I wonder what the delay is in terms of getting us started. And we are underway. Bullis has won the opening tip-off there, traveling from left to right. Here on your screen, this is Baumgartner controlling the ball. Baumgartner over to his left. A 3-point attempt is good. Shirey Walker opens up the scoring. Bullis leads 3-0, 7 minutes, 40 seconds to go. This is now the opposite, number 10, Slaughter. Slaughter, he's found Edmond. Edmond exchanges in for Johnson. Back for Edmond. Edmond has it. Where's he going to go for Slaughter? Slaughter near the wing. Sets it back for Edmond for a return. 3 is good. Game is tied. 7 minutes, 20 seconds to go. And Morse now has possession. Vado Morse finding Walker. Walker moves it over into Baumgartner. Baumgartner finds a man. And that was Uter. And a traveling violation is now called against Bullis as Uter took a knee. So now it will be Mr. Johnson, the junior forward, inbounding the ball. And we are now underway. 7:06 to go. Game tied at 3. This is Slaughter. DJ Slaughter exchanges the ball. And a shot attempt is in. Tavion Britt has scored, and now the visitors have a 5-3 lead. 6 minutes 50 to go. Numbers. This is Morse. Where's he going to go? To the left. He has a man. That is Baltimore. Baltimore finds Morse. Morse being sized up by his man, Slaughter. Morse gets a screen. Over to Walker. Walker for Morse for 3. No good. Rebound picked up by the Wolves. And the pass goes on for Britt. Britt return pass to Slaughter. In for Edmond. Edmond. He found Johnson. Johnson pivoting. He moves it in for Britt. Johnson. Edmond. Edmond closely guarded. To Johnson. To Slaughter. Slaughter. Running man, that's Britt. That was 32. That was Dugan with possession. And now there's a stoppage of play, as an out-of-bounds violation committed with 5:55 to go, has the visiting team leading 5-3. Ball now inbounded. This is Baumgartner. Baumgartner finds Uter. Uter, the leading assist getter for Bullis, finds a man. That's Baltimore. Baltimore on the right-hand wing, moves it back to Baumgartner. Baumgartner starts dribbling. 9 on the shot clock. 5 minutes 30, this is a pressure situation. Bullis needs a shot. Morse will not score it. Rims on. And that's another rebound that is picked up by Johnson. And a pass goes up, but no score. Dugan could not put that one in. And so the score remains 5-3. Baumgartner has a man. Pass inside. Baltimore. Reverse layup, no good. Johnson. That was Dugan. Dugan has a man. Pass goes to Slaughter. Slaughter for Britton. For Edmond. Edmond double teams. Finds Johnson. Andrew Johnson makes a pass over for Slaughter. Slaughter will score again. 4 minutes, 45 seconds to go. Bullis now trailing 7-3. Vado Morse size up his man. He found Baumgartner. Baumgartner for Chiree Walker, who has the only points for Bullis, for Baumgartner. For Uter found Baumgartner. For Uter from the corner. Bang! He scores! And it's now just a 1-point game. 7-6, 4:20 to go. Slaughter had a man. That's Johnson. Johnson for Tavion Britton. For Edmond. Edmond receives the screen. He does not get it. The shot is no good. It's a rebound. Picked up by Baltimore. And moved on for Vado Morse. Morse, a pass in for Chiree Walker. Spin. Shot. No good. This is Dugan fighting for the rebound. Picked up by Bullis. Baumgartner found Morse. 25 on the shot clock. 3:45 on the game clock. Pass to the corner. This is Morse. Leaves it back for Uter. Uter will score! Bullis has the lead. 9-7. And all the points so far for Bullis have come off three-pointers, as we have 3:30 remaining in the quarter. That was Dugan providing the exchange for Tavion Britton. For Edmond, he will not score, as Uter picks up a rebound. Uter finds a man. That's Morse. Morse streaks. He goes up. Contact, but no foul called. Ball will go towards St. John Paul the Great. As we have 3:12 remaining in the first quarter, the score is currently 9-7 in favor of Bullis. I think it's been surprising that Bullis has not been able to get many good looks inside. They're not really exploiting the size mismatch that they have. So number 20 has a pass, and it will not score. That attempt from Edmond was offline. Here comes Slaughter. Slaughter feeds Edmond. Edmond, and he bumps into a Bullis player. Uter takes it the other way. Uter with the layup. He will score! The first points that are not a three-pointer, scored by Mr. Lincoln Uter. And 2:40 remains as Bullis has a 4-point lead, 11-7. This is Edmond. Brandon Edmond. Uh-oh, he lost control. But it's recovered by his teammate. Britton will score with the foul. And that is Thomas Baltimore called for the foul. As number 14, Tavion Britt, will have the chance to convert the three-point play and make this a 1-point game. 2:28 remains in the first quarter. And that shot is no good. Off the rim. Baumgartner, Rafi Baumgartner, dribbles across the B. He's being guarded by Britton, and a pass inside works. Walker hits the lip. A long pass to Wheatley. Wheatley looks for a pass to the other side. He gets it. Here's Edmond, up and over, and in. He scores. The long two makes it a 2-point game. Just under 2 minutes to go, as Bullis leads 13-11. As we are nearing the end of this first quarter. Pass goes to the corner. Baumgartner misses a three. This one is picked up by Slaughter. Slaughter. And a three by the visitors gives them the lead. That was Ryan Wheatley hitting the three. At 1:25. Bullis down by one. And that one is turned over out of bounds. 1:20 remains. And the Wolves lead by one. 14-13. And Dugan made the pass. James Dugan found a man. And another exchange. Wheatley had Edmond. For Slaughter. Slaughter double teams. Take it away. Baltimore for Uter. He will score on the finger roll. 1 minute to go. Bullis has reclaimed the lead. 15-14. The Bullis fans screaming for a backcourt violation call, but they will not get one. A substitute is at the table preparing to enter. 47 seconds. Pass goes for Wheatley. Wheatley makes a pass for Britton. For Edmond. For Wheatley, he will not score. That one missed off the rim. Tyree Walker, who opened the scoring for Bullis with 30 seconds, has the ball. He finds Uter. 20 seconds, currently a 6-second difference between shot clock and game clock. 20 seconds. Baumgartner in a compromising position. Pass to the corner for Baltimore. Baltimore out. Shot. No score, but the shot clock is off. And a foul is called. And Shiree Walker guilty of the foul as Bullis leads by 1, 15-14 with 11.6 seconds to go. In the waning seconds of the first quarter. And St. Paul the Great is now underway. That was Edmond. He tried to find his teammate Kieran Turner, but no good. 3.4 seconds remain. Ball tipped out of bounds, and it remains with the Wolves. Brandon Edmond, throw-in pass to Andrew Johnson. A shot! No score. The buzzer beater bid was no good, and so the lead remains with Bullis, 15-14 at the end of the first quarter. And because Bullis, and now the 15-second horn sounds to remind the teams to return to the court. And because Bullis won the opening tip-off, it will be St. John Paul the Great ball coming in, as the Wolves will move from right to left here on your screen. Bullis moving right to left, Bullis moving left to right. And we are underway. Edmond with a pass for Andrew Johnson, but that's tipped out of bounds. And with 7:55 to go, Bullis leads 15-14, 26 seconds on the shot clock. We are now underway here in the second quarter. Wheatley hits Edmond for three, no good. Ball out of bounds, will now go towards Bullis. They lead by 1, 7:47 remains. And Baumgartner has a man. That's Lincoln Uter. Uter back for Baumgartner. Baumgartner and Uter with a lot of exchanges. Uter being pressured by Edmond. Uter tries to draw a man away. He finds Vado Morse. Morse will not score. He does not get the shooter's roll. The Wolves now going the other way. This is Edmond. Edmond has a man. That's Andrew Johnson. Andrew Johnson closely guarded. Has to release the ball for Wheatley. That one is tipped. Morse with a steal. Morse will score! 2 points for Bullis. 7-10. 17-14. The Bulldogs lead. The substitute is now at the table. That's DJ Slaughter. Middle pass goes from Edmond through Wheatley to Andrew Johnson. To Britton. To Wheatley. And into the left-hand side for Edmond. And Wheatley cannot score. Ball is contested. Uter picks up the rebound. Lincoln Uter with a pass. A shot. A possible foul, but no call. St. Paul goes the other way. Two substitutes coming in. That are Dugan. And a shot from the corner. Wheatley cannot make it. Rebound picked up by Uter. This is his third of the game. Uter has the ball at the corner near the division line. He fires a pass in to a man on the left side. That is Philip Smith. Uter now has it. Uter trying to draw a double team. He finds Vado Morse for three. Bang! He scores. 6-point game for Bullis. 6:10 to go. It's 20-14. Well, John Paul the Great won a stoppage. But they're not going to get it unless they score or get a timeout. 12 seconds on the shot clock, 5:50 on the game clock. Not much time remaining. They need a shot quickly. A shot by Edmond. He does not score. And Bullis takes the rebound away. That is Smith. Smith pump fake. Pass into the corner for Baumgartner. Baumgartner. Fight for Morse. Morse. A floater is in. 2 more points and a stoppage in play. Timeout. And St. John Paul the Great has called it a 30-second timeout to get his team to refocus. 5:26 remains in the second quarter. Bullis leads 22-14. Stay tuned for basketball right after these messages. And we are underway now. This is Slaughter. Across the B's, double teamed, and a foul call. And that is Mr. Lincoln Uter guilty of the foul. This is the 3rd foul of the half against Bullis. None called so far against the Wolves. DJ Slaughter has it. Slaughter finds a man in Dugan. Dugan for Johnson. Johnson will score. 2 points. And it's now a 6-point game again. And now this is Vado Morse. Vado Morse being closely guarded by DJ Slaughter. Morse to the left for Uter for 3. He misses off the rim. Ball gets taken by Tavion Britt. Tavion Britt finds DJ Slaughter. Slaughter stringing together some dribble moves. Finds Britton. Return pass for Slaughter. What's he going to do? 18 seconds on the shot clock. Pass for Dugan. Dugan has it. Dugan for Britton. Britton for Slaughter. Inside for Dugan. Dugan will score. And it's now a 4-point game. 22-18. Under 4.5 to go. Lincoln Uter has the ball. Sizing up his man. He goes around Edmond. Uter leaves the ball back for a pass. That is Chiree Walker. Walker for Uter for the score. 4:10 to go. 24-18 Bullis. And now a substitute will be coming back into the game. That is Rafi Baumgartner. Slaughter finds a man in Tavion Britton. Britton dribbling near the half-court corner. Ball returned to him by way of Mr. Dugan. And, Dugan mishandled it. Out of bounds, Bullis has the ball. 3:43 to go. As they lead 24-18. As we now see a substitution for St. John Paul the Great as Ryan Wheatley enters the game. This is Baumgartner. Finds a man, Chiree Walker. He shoots off the back rim, no good. And sometimes the smallest men make the biggest contributions. Brandon Edmond with a rebound and no shot. Slaughter's shot does not count. As a blocking foul is now called against Mr. Baumgartner. This is the 4th foul of the half against Bullis. Slaughter fires a pass for Edmond. Edmond goes up. Does not score. Recovers the rebound. Edmond. And alternating possession. Ball will now go towards Bullis. 3:16 remains in the half. Bullis leading 24-18. And Rafi Baumgartner found Vado Morse. Morse cuts. And a foul is called. And that foul is called against Mr. Britt. Tavion Britt. Guilty of the foul. And this is the first foul call of the half. That goes against St. John Paul. 3:10 to go. Ball inbounded. Baumgartner for Morse. Morse cuts. Shoots. Scores! fires it, rolls in. He gets the friendly roll. 3 minutes to go. Bullis by 8. And pass goes back for Slaughter. Slaughter finds Wheatley. Wheatley for Edmond. Brandon. Edmond. He will not score, but there is a foul. And the Bullis faithful are unhappy. And number 2, that is Jake. And a foul call against Bullis. First free throw is in. This is now a 7-point game as multiple substitutions happen. And we see Lincoln Uter checking back into the game for CJ Anselm. And the second shot is in. It's now a 6-point game, 2:50 to go. 26-20, Bullis leads. Pass goes across from Baumgartner for Morse. The return pass to Morse. Morse trying to cut his way through 2 players, and a foul is called. And the call will go against Mr. Brandon Edmond, the senior guard. Only the second foul called against the visitors tonight. Pass goes into the corner. Uter sets up a man in Tyree Walker. He will score. 2 more points for Bullis. It's an 8-point game. 2:30 to go. Wheatley has a man at Slaughter. And Dugan for 3. No good from the big man. Lincoln Uter has the ball across the B. Moves it left. He found Morse. Uter has it. Coach Hunt extorting his defense. Ball goes into Baumgartner. Baumgartner cuts. Passes to the corner for Morse. Morse for 3 is no good. It pops up off the rim. Rebound retrieved by Tavion Britt from Slaughter. Back to Britt. To Edmond. Edmond with a few pump fakes. Now dribbles. Passes. Shot by Britt. No good. A foul will now be called. 1:55 remains. And a foul called against Mr. Dugan, number 32. As with 1:55, Bullis leads the visiting St. John Paul the Great Wolves 28-20. Morse and Baumgartner with a few exchanges. Ball goes into to the wing for Walker, for Baumgartner. Baumgartner finds Uter. Uter sets up. Uter dribbles. Pass inside for Walker. Walker being double teamed. Where's he going to go? Back for Uter. 1:32 on the game clock. 5 on the shot clock. That shot misses. Bullis has the rebound. Shot. Baltimore does not score. As Dugan rips the ball away. James Dugan finding a man. That is Slaughter for Wheatley. He does not make the 3. He has not made a 3-point attempt all half. 28-20. 1 minute, 10 seconds to go. Lincoln Uter has the ball. Uter has the man in Rafi Baumgartner. Baumgartner for Morse. Morse across for Baumgartner. 4-3. Rolls off. Baltimore with the rebound. Does not get it. Walker has the rebound. Throws it out. This is Lincoln Uter. He will score with a swish. 45 seconds. This is a 10-point game. 30 for Bullis, 20 for the Wolves. Slaughter. Faces up Uter. Finds a man in Dugan. Dugan has a man in Wheatley. He has Slaughter. 10 on the shot clock, 23 on the game clock. Dugan for Britt. And Wheatley for 3, no good. He's no Steph Curry there. As that shot grazed off the rim and out of bounds, Bullis will have the last 13.9 seconds remaining in the half for their final possession and possibly the last shot. Uter has the ball. He finds a man in Otto Morse. It's stolen. The Wolves take it the other way. Britt to the hole. He will score. No time remains. And it's an 8-point game as Bullis will lead 30-22 at the end of the first half. We'll be back for the halftime show in the second half of basketball following these messages. here on TheCube. Stay tuned. Hello, folks, and welcome to the Bullis Halftime Show, brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit us on the web at geico.com. Let's review some of the highlights in the first half. Both teams began with some pretty strong shooting, as Shirey Walker hit a three-point shot, only to have DJ Slaughter reply with the first points for St. John Paul the Great. And then the shots for the Wolves started falling, so Bullis ended up trailing 7-3 early in the game. But then Bullis' three-point shooters responded in volume with two shots afterwards to get Bullis back the lead at 9-7. And ever since then, Bullis has been able to shoot and play effectively enough on defense to distance themselves from the Wolves. And now at the half, we have Bullis up by 8 points. Still, this game is a lot closer than it should be because Bullis has committed 5 fouls to St. John Paul the Great's 3. And this is a factor for Bullis, their discipline. If they can play smart defensive basketball and not have to resort to fouls, they won't give this visiting team a chance. But if St. John Paul the Great can get to the free throw line and consistently hit their free throws, it'll be a close game as we have seen in the first few quarters. And looking at some of the pregame impact players, Vado Morse has a three-point shot and he has a 2, but it's not like he's performing up to his usual standard. But then it doesn't look as though this team needs Vado Morse's A game, as they have had Messrs. Uter, Walker, Smith, and Baltimore providing them with scoring in bunches. And another interesting fact is that Bullis has not attempted a free throw this game, so their team free throw percentage is irrelevant. And another factor that we have not seen yet in this game has been Watara Muntari, the junior center. But then maybe, because this Bullis team as a whole outclasses the other team size-wise, we have not yet had much need to see Mr. Muntari out there. Still, we've not... James Dugan on the other side has been a contributor for St. John Paul the Great. He's collected at least 3 rebounds this half. He has 2 steals. And he has played very solid defense to keep this visiting team in the game. DJ Slaughter, the freshman guard, had scored the 3-point shot to tie the game earlier in the very beginning. And he's been able to see and set up his teammates for points. And Tavion Britt, who's probably the most dangerous scorer for the Wolves, he also has a few points, like 4 or 6 this game. But what the Wolves need to do is get their shooters the ball with space and look for high percentage looks against this Bullis team, because Ryan Wheatley, he's taken 6 threes, he's made none of them. So obviously, the Wolves will have to look to improve their shot selection as we enter the second half of play. And folks, that is it for our halftime show. In 3 minutes, we'll be getting set for the start of the second half here on the Bullis Sports Network on TheCube. Stay tuned, folks, right after these messages. Hello, folks, and welcome as we get set for the second half of action here from the Bullis School in Potomac, Maryland. As both teams, the Bullis Bulldogs and the St. John Paul the Great Wolves, report back to the court for the second half of action, as Bullis finished off the first half with a 30-22 lead. We might see both teams emptying their benches as this second half progresses, if the score gets more lopsided. What are some of your takes? And what do you think that this visiting team needs to do to get back in this game? What do you think this visiting team needs to do to get back in this game? Yeah, well, those answers are always true for any basketball game. And we'll see what both teams can do. As we are underway in the second half, ball inbounded by Edmond. Edmond found DJ Slaughter. He has Andrew Johnson for Tavion Britt for Slaughter. Slaughter on the left-hand side. 7 minutes 48, a three-point shot by Edmond is good! This is now a 5-point game. 30-25 for Bullis. As the Bulldogs now have their first possession, Morrison Baumgartner with the exchange on the inbounds. Vado Morse looks for an option. He takes it himself. No, he trips it, gets it off to the right. For Uter, he will not score. And the ball almost tied up, but Bullis keeps possession. Here's a shot by Morse. Bang! 33-25. The Bulldogs lead. 7:10 to go. Brandon Edmond. Edmond found Slaughter. Slaughter looks to get by Uter. He passes off for Dugan instead. And that ball is tipped away. But it's not a backcourt violation because the Bullis player got a hand to it. As Britt returns for Slaughter. Slaughter for Edmond on the wing. He misses. Ball taken away. Bullis goes the other way. This is Morse cutting to the basket. He will score. He gets the friendly roll on the layup. 6 minutes, 35 seconds to go. 10-point game. Bullis 35, John Paul 25. Pass goes in for Britt. Tavion, Britt, and a foul. A blocking foul. And Bullis' coach is obviously not enthusiastic about the call. And that is Thomas Baltimore being called for his second foul of the game. As that will be Mr. Britt taking 2 shots. First one rolls out. Here comes the second free throw. It is in! 35-26. Will Bullis continue their fouling ways of the first half in this half, or will they tighten up on defense? We'll wait for the answer as Mr. Morse finds Lincoln Uter. Uter with a pass for Charlie Walker. He scored the first points for Bullis in the first half. He shoots. Oh, no. A bit of a heavy roll as the ball gets now taken the other way. Mr. Britt received the pass from Slaughter. Slaughter, the freshman guard, has it, facing off against Lincoln Uter. Slaughter, back for Britt. Receives the screen. Whoa! A lot of contact. As Johnson gets the ball. Through Slaughter. For Britt. For Edmond. Brandon Edmond. Uter. And against a double team, he goes up for the shot, and he is fouled. 5:42 remains. It's a 9-point game. Bullis, 35-26. And a substitute is now set to enter the game for Bullis. That's number 35, C.J. Anselm. As the first shot is in. This is now an 8-point game. 35-27 Bullis. As that was Baltimore being subbed out. Apparently, he was the offender on the foul. And a player is bleeding. That is the shooter, Edmond. So another shooter needs to be sent in because Edmond is bleeding on his elbow. And now St. John Paul the Great will be checking in number 20, Ryan Wheatley, into the game to replace Edmond if he cannot be repaired in time. And now he will be bandaged up and prepare to re-enter the game. And we'll be back here right after these messages as we will see what will come of young Mr. Brandon Edmond. Stay tuned. And it looks as if Brandon Edmond will be returning to the game. The court also had to be cleaned up because Edmond was bleeding when he took the first shot. And we will resume play. 5:42 remaining in the third quarter. Edmond made his first shot. He makes the second. 35-28. It's a 7-point game. That's Rafi Baumgartner. He inbounds the ball, and we are underway. Vado Morse has the ball. He's facing up against DJ Slaughter. He finds a man, that's Chiree Walker. Chiree Walker throws it for Baumgartner. Rafi will not score. And Anselm cannot pick up the rebound. And that is C.J. Anselm being called for the hold because he grabbed the player when he failed to secure the ball. This is now the third foul against Bullis in the half. It looks like Bullis will be repeating their foul troubles of the first quarter. DJ Slaughter flies off to the left for James Dugan. Dugan. Bullis wants a 5-second count. And the pass for Edmond is tipped. Vado Morse with exceptional defense. And a traveling violation. Rafi Baumgartner could not take advantage with 5:01 as Bullis leads by 7, 35-28. And another steal. Chiree Walker, he goes the other way, and he fails on dunk attempt. And now the ball, who has it? John Paul does. And that failed dunk might give some momentum to the other team. Britt to the corner. And a shot. He will score. That's Mr. Dugan with a 3, the big man. You don't usually expect a forward or a center to score 3-pointers, but Mr. Dugan is channeling Kevin Love as it's a 4-point game. Anselm, the long 2 misses. Ball tipped away. Bullis has control. This is Uter to the corner. For Morse for 3. Bang! And Bullis will take a timeout as they now lead by 7, 38-31, with 4:09 to go here in the third quarter. This is a 30-second timeout, so we'll be back. Don't go anywhere here on the Bullis Network. Stay tuned. And Ryan Wheatley tried to report to the game, but he reached the table too late. So John Paul, the great, will have to proceed without him until the next stoppage. 4 minutes, 5 seconds. This is Slaughter, being guarded by Vado Morse. A lot of pushing and shoving, and a foul is called. And the Bullis faithful are unhappy. And a hand check now called against Otto Morse, as Ryan Wheatley will finally be able to check into the game. 3:59 to go. Bullis with a 38-31 lead. And he will be replacing Mr. Andrew Johnson. And the pass is in for Dugan. Dugan exchange with Britt. This is Slaughter. Slaughter starts the dribble. Makes the pass for Dugan. Dugan tries another three. He does not make it. Rebound. Who has it? Bullis. This is Uter. Uter with a 6th or 7th rebound already. Being closely guarded by Slaughter. He spins away. Pass. And the shot is blocked. But a foul is called. And that is number 14. That's Tavion Britt called for the foul, as Philip Smith will have the chance to shoot two. First shot is in. Bulls now leads 39-31. 3:31 to go. If Smith scores, this is a 9-point game. He does. 40-31, 3:30 to go. And Slaughter facing up Uter. To Edmond for another three. No good, but it's tipped out by Bullis. 3:20 to go. Ball remains with St. John Paul the Great. And the Wolves will now inbound on offense. And it's taken away. Uter has it. Uter with another steal. Uter spins, goes to his right for Baumgartner. Baumgartner does not shoot. Passes. Smith for three. Off the backboard and rim. Edmund crosses the B to his left for Slaughter. Slaughter tries to come off the screen, but he's challenged immediately by Morse. He sets a screen for Britt. Edmond has it. 14 on the shot clock. Pass for Slaughter. 10:2:45 on the game clock. It'll soon be 5 on the shot clock. St. Paul needs a shot. Misses. Rebound picked up. That's Baumgartner. Baumgartner to the corner for Smith. Smith across for Uter. And a traveling violation is called. And a substitute will now be coming in. That is number 33, Andrew Johnson, the starting small forward. Although you can't really say there's anything small about him. And the pass goes in. This is Slaughter across the B. Finds a man in Wheatley. To Dugan. Dugan is fouled on the way up, and he will score. 40-33. It's a 7-point game with a chance to be a 6. And that is Philip Smith called for the foul. 2:15 remains as Bullis now leads by 7. And Dugan will be attempting to complete the so-called and one. He does. 40-34, it's a 6-point game, 2:15 to go. Bullis in the lead. Morse is tripped up. And that right there was DJ Slaughter with a blocking foul. How many fouls is it for Bullis? For St. John Paul? Pass goes into the corner for Vado Morse. Morse on Baumgartner. Baumgartner pass for Baltimore. For Uter. Across for Morse. Score! Baumgartner with the assist. 43-34. It's a 9-point game. And the ball dropped on the floor by Slaughter. Ball will now be going for Bullis. As this is Britt checking into the game to replace Dugan. Okay, visitors of 2 fouls. Home has 5. And we're now underway. As Baumgartner and Morse exchange. And that pass is tipped out of bounds. Charlie Walker cannot recover. 1:36 to go. This is a 9-point game. Bullis 43. St. John Paul the Great 34. A palindromic score. Slaughter challenging Uter. Slaughter crosses the B. Passes off for Edmond. Brandon Edmond has it. Some fancy dribble moves. He finds Wheatley. He found Slaughter. Slaughter for Britt, but Britt stepped out of bounds. Bullis ball, 1:18 to go. The score is still the same, 43-34 in favor of the Bulldogs. As Amselem now enters the game. We are underway. Baumgartner hits Morse. Morse on Baumgartner. Inside for Amselem. Amselem will not score. Wheatley gets the rebound. He finds a streaking Edmond. And Wheatley is repaid. He will not score. In and out. Unlucky Rose. We are under a minute. Long pass. Amselem is fouled. Andrew Johnson is the guilty party. We'll see if Mr. Amselem can get his first 2 points of the game here. He gets one. It's a 10-point game. And he scores both. It's an 11-point game, largest lead so far. 50 seconds to go. Slaughter crosses the division line. Finds Wheatley. Wheatley finds Britt for Slaughter. For Britt. For Wheatley. Britt to his left for Edmond. A lot of rotation, but to no effect. Edmond is blocked. Out of bounds. And St. John Paul the Great gets the ball. 29 seconds. A decision which is controversial. 11-point game in the third quarter. This is Slaughter. Has a man. Edmond. Score! This is now 8 points. 45-37. Bullis has to cross the timeline, and quickly it is over. To Morse. Will Bullis bleed the clock, or will they get a final shot? 6, 5, Morse escapes. Pass to the corner, Baumgartner. A shot for three. Off the line. And 45-37. This third quarter ends. Bullis again by 8. Similar to the way the half ends. And we'll get set for the fourth quarter. Here on the Bullis School Network. Brought to you by TheCube. Stay tuned, folks. And we're now getting set for the start of the fourth quarter. The ball went to the visitors to start the third quarter. So the home team will get it to start the final period. It'll be a combination of Morse and Baumgartner most likely, as they usually handle the throw-ins for Bullis. And we are underway. Morse hits Baumgartner. Raffy Baumgartner crosses the B. He's picked up by Wheatley. Pass inside for Chari Walker. Walker goes up, misses. Rebound picked up by the visitors. This is Britt to the left. Receives the return pass. This is for Slaughter. For Edmond. Edmond for three. He falls down. Ball taken away. This is Baumgartner. Baumgartner to Walker. He will not score. It's tipped away. Out of bounds. And possession remains with Bullis. 7:30 to go. No one has scored in this final quarter. Pass goes in. Shot. He scores. A good play. A sort of quasi alley-oop converted by Walker. It's a 10-point game. DJ Slaughter for Wheatley. He misses. Usually he's a pretty proficient three-point shooter, but he has not made one this game. Baumgartner saves the ball. A cross-court pass for Walker for three. Off the mark. Rebound taken away. This is Edmond. Brandon Edmond has it. Moves up the right-hand side. He's out of control. Don Slaughter finds Britt, and he will score. And that's C.J. Amselm committing the foul. It's now back to an 8-point game. 6:40, 54 to go. 47-39, Bullis leads. If Britt makes this, this will be a 7-point game. He does not. Rebound recovered by Baumgartner. Baumgartner straddling the B. He found Morse. Battle Morse for Walker for the dunk. He scores. 10-point game. Pass goes for Britt. Britt. Oh, he turned it over. Right into the waiting hands of Morse. He scores. No, he does not. Out of bounds. Bullis keeps possession. 6:28 to go. I thought that Morse would convert off the steal, but he just could not get the shot to go. Tyree Walker goes up, but he misses. That ball was contested by Mr. Turner. And a blocking foul now called against Bullis. This is a 1-and-1 situation, as this is now the 7th foul of the half against Bullis, as James Dugan enters the game as a replacement for Mr. Kieran Turner. And Wheatley hits his first free throw. 49-40, it's a 9-point game, 6:19. And the second shot is good. 49-41. This Wolves team is not going away without a fight. Pass goes into Walker. Walker finds Baltimore for Morse. Back for Walker. Tyree Walker cuts to the basket. He will not score. And Dugan picks up the rebound. He is pushed. And that's Baltimore fouling him. So Mr. Dugan, who's a pretty good free throw shooter, will get another chance to cut into this Bullis lead with 6:01 remaining. And Dugan makes the first shot. It's now a 7-point game, 49-42, in favor of Bullis. And the shot is in. 49-43. This is a 6-point game. Morse and Baumgartner again. Back to Baumgartner for Morse. Ball crosses the line. Walk for Morse. Morse completely open. He will not score though. Walker with a tip. He gets the second rebound and in. 51-43. It's an 8-point game. 5 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Finds a man. It's Davion Britt. Britt has the ball. And a timeout called by John Paul. As that was Britt recovering the ball after he appeared to have lost control for a moment. And with 5:36 to go here in the game, Bullis leads 41-33. Stay tuned. And now St. John Paul will get possession following the timeout. Both teams are back on the court. Bulls leads by 8, 51-43, 5:36 to go in the game. And some confusion in terms of the ball location on the throw-in. And we are now underway. Edmond found Andrew Johnson. And Slaughter, the pass is tipped. Ball remains with St. John Paul. And that pass is complete now. 15 on the shot clock. Ball goes for Britt. Back for Slaughter. 10 on the shot clock. 5:23 in the game. This is an 8-point game. Pass goes for Dugan. James Dugan receives the screen. Dugan. That's Andrew Johnson. Oh, it's taken away by Anselm. Anselm finding Uter. He will score. It rolls in. 10 points. Just over 5 minutes to go. St. John Paul the Great. They need to convert on more of their shots. Dugan fails with the 3. Vado Morse has the ball. Goes to his left hand. Exchanging between right and left. He hits Baumgartner for Morse. To the wing for Uter. Inside Amselem. Amselem fouled on the way up. And that is Andrew Johnson committing the foul. The C.J. Amselem hit 2 points on free throws earlier. With 4:38 remaining in the fourth quarter, Bullis leads by 10. It's 11 now. As the first free throw is in. Here comes free throw number 2. It's in. And Amselem has hit all 4 to stake Bullis to a 12-point lead, 55-43. Uh-oh, it hit Andrew Johnson in the head. Uter going the other way. Uter up, not in. He cannot get it into the square. Tavion Britt finds a man. That's James Dugan. Dugan, and an offensive foul. Player control against Dugan. He knocked Anselm over. And now Bullis leads by 12. 4:22 remaining in the game. Baumgartner hits Morse. Morse back for Baumgartner. Baumgartner finds Uter from the free throw line. No good. Tipped out of bounds, and the ball will remain Bullis. 4:09 to go. Score still 55-43 in favor of the Bulldogs. Comes the pass. Walker up and under, but he's blocked. That was a good-looking play by Britt. And now Johnson finds a man in Edmond. Edmond for Slaughter. Under 4 minutes to go. Pass goes for Britt. Return pass to Slaughter. Back for Britt again. This is Andrew Johnson. Where's he going to go? Johnson finds Edmond. Edmond receives a screen from Dugan. Pass. Britt saves it. 5 on the shot clock. Britt fires a contested shot. No good. Rebound picked up by Baumgartner. Ruffy Baumgartner finding a man in Morse. Morse crosses the B. 3 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Score still the same. A shot. And that floater is in from Morse. 57-43. And Morse has heated up in the second half. Britt. And that is rejected. C.J. Amselem rising to the occasion to reject. And Morse for 3, no good. And boom. Britt got knocked off course, but he kept the ball. Britt with 2:50. Redirects for Slaughter to the corner for Duke. No, that's Johnson. Johnson misses the three. Morse keeps the ball. 2:40 to go. Bullis by 14. They're substituting Kieran Turner, getting ready to check in. Absalom to the other corner for Uter for three. Off the mark. St. John Paul now going the other way. Britt and Slaughter with the exchange. A little over 2 minutes to go. Britt to his left. Finds Edmond. Edmond dribbling out. Not much time on the shot clock. Pass goes in for Johnson. 5. He scores! 2 minutes to go. And it's now 57-45. A timeout called by St. John Paul with exactly 2 minutes to go, as Bullis now leads by 12. Stay tuned for the rest of the fourth quarter following these messages here on the Bullis School Network on TheCube. And now Bullis will be receiving possession following the timeout, 57-45 in favor of the hometown Bulldogs. And pass goes from Baumgartner to Morse. Morse, and it's kicked. So the ball will remain with Bullis, 1:55 to go. As James Dugan now checking into the game, replacing Andrew Johnson. Baumgartner hits Morse, and we are underway. 1:50 remaining in the fourth quarter. Morse being challenged by Slaughter. The shot clock bleeding 10. 1:40 on the game clock. And he cuts by Slaughter. He shoots. Morse will score. 1 minute 30 seconds to go. Bullis makes it a 14-point game. This is Slaughter. He falls down. And a foul is called. 1:24 to go. And that was Ralphie Baumgartner guilty of the foul. And DJ Slaughter will miss the shot. Baumgartner finds Morse. Throws it over for Uter. Uter gets the ball back. This is Mr. Morse. Trying to waste the shot clock and get a good shot. Just over a minute. Pass to the corner for Walker for three. No good. He missed off the rim. Rebound picked up by Bullis. Now the ball is taken away. And Edmond will not score. Rebound picked up by Morse. Votto, Morse and company going the other way. Morse trying to slow things down as he is double teamed. And the timeout got called by Bullis. .1 seconds remain as Bullis leads 59-45. We'll be back for more following these messages on the Bullis School Network. Stay tuned. And now Baumgartner inbounds the ball. He finds Morse. Morse being contested. This is Edmond all over him as he is fouled. And foul is committed by Brandon Edmond. It will still be a spot throw-in. As how many fouls does the visitor team have? And the ball is now inbounded. Lotto Morse pulled down by Edmond. Whoa. This is now the 7th foul, so it's 1-1. .2 seconds remain. 14-point game. There's not much of a point to foul now that the question of the outcome of this game is not in question. Shot goes in. Morse makes it 60-45. 22.2 to go. And the next shot is also in. 61-45. No shot clock. Just under 20 seconds. St. John Paul the Great trying to get a few last shots. Edmond! Short off the rim. Morse has it. And if Bullis crosses the line, they can just dribble out the clock. And they do. And this game is now over, folks. Bullis wins by a 61-45 final. And from Wagner and the crew at Bullis, I'm Ilya Zhutomirski saying thank you and good night to all those of you who tuned in. Goodbye.